MovieWeb.com.
Drive everyone crazy trying to get the sound that I can hear in my head to come out of the speakers. It's my voice. That is my voice.
We're going there to have a chat, but it just so happens that the instruments are there as well, so who knows?
I plan to trick both of these guys into teaching me all their tricks.
It's going to be very interesting.
When the three of us get together, what's going to happen? Probably a fist fight.
Now, the first question I want to ask is, my favorite part of this film is the 9-year-old Jack. And I'm wondering, was that put into the film to sort of maintain and sustain the myths that surround him?
I thought it was an interesting idea to just sort of take a different look at, you know. When you do a documentary, there's a lot of talk about, well, let's see what you look like early on, or let's talk about what you used to do, or talk about how you got exposed to the instruments when you were younger and all that. So there's a lot of different ways you can look at it, you know. You could take a photograph and talk about it, or, you know, you could show some old Super 8 footage or something, maybe. Or I said, well, why don't we try to take a whole different angle on it and create myself when we were 9 years old, and let me talk to myself, and let me teach myself how to play guitar. What would I tell myself back then when I started picking up the guitar? What would I want to tell myself if I had the chance, you know?
Well, did you learn anything from that process about yourself?
I wish I was 9 years old again.
Yeah. Now, what was it about, for all three of you, about this project that made you put your faith in it and make you want to come out and show the world exactly what goes on a little bit behind the curtain?
Well, it had the way it was outlined, to me, it had every opportunity to really create some magic out there, you know, and especially in light of the fact that it became even more interesting at the point that the three guitarists were sort of in separate areas coming towards this soundstage, and we were really sort of meeting each other, collectively anyway, for the first time, and there was no scripting, and it was like just taking a leap into the unknown, or taking a leap naked into the poison ivy. You know, this is going to be something which is going to really take off, you know, and or it isn't, but in actual fact it did. It just kept moving and moving and growing and illuminating, lighting, you know, and it was powerful playing as well.
And why, for you, were you interested in this project from the get-go?
Well, I'm blown away by the music, but I'm really, really interested in what drives the life of an artist, you know, and what's beneath creativity. These are three immensely creative people, and I'm moved by their music, and I thought, I need to see a music documentary that goes deeper, you know. And what if we don't hear from rock critics or historians or bandmates or wives? Why don't we just hear from them? You know, Jimmy tells Jimmy's story in this movie, Jack tells Jack's story, and Edge too, and then they all come together and play. I mean, you know, get out of the way. Just watch it, you know?
And I know in the movie you said you wanted to take something from these other two men. I'm wondering, were you guys able to collaborate and teach each other anything new that you may use in future projects?
Of course, you know, of course. I mean, it'd be ignorant to be a part of an experience like that and not, you know, take as much as possible as you can. You know, I mean, every time you watch another musician play or perform, you want to see how they're attacking it, how they're going about it, how they're playing that chord, how they're playing that chord change, and then you know, it's volumes worth watching Edge and Jimmy play. I mean, it's an encyclopedia.
And, you know, who says you need to buy a guitar?